I would be wrong to only say, yes, I serve God when things are going great, because that's not serving God. Now that's religion.
Mm-hmm.
And I never want to fall victim to religion, because religion becomes routine. Mine was relationship.
How did you continue to get back up and try to be the best version and become the Gerald McCoy that we now know who you were in your career?
Cause I thought about what the other result was.
Mm.
It's no different than me prepping for a game or me prepping for a season or getting prepared to play a sport. What is the other result of you not preparing? What's the other result of you not being in shape and ready for training camp? What is the other result of you not honing in on your craft or working to get better at what you do? What is the other result? And for me, stopping to trust God, losing my faith in God, choosing to live a different life, what was the other result? Nothing's going to improve. Nothing gets better. And where does my salvation or where does my peace come from?
Mm.
It ain't substance. That never does anything. It's a band-aid. What does that do? Nothing. But more importantly, I believe everything in that book. Everything in that book we call the Bible. I believe everything in it. And I said, you know what, God? It's I would be wrong to only say, yes, I serve God when things are going great, because that's not serving God. Now that's religion.
Mm-hmm.
And I never want to fall victim to religion, because religion becomes routine. Mine was relationship. My wife and I have been married going on 13 years. And we've had a lot of ups, we've had a lot of downs. Nobody sees those times where we have those down times, or when it's those dark times, or when we get in those arguments, anything like that. They just know we've been married for 13 years. They don't know what it's taking to get here. They don't know what all of, the work we've had to do to get to this point. But you know what keeps us afloat is our relationship. I
Amen.
didn't marry her for terms. She didn't marry me for terms. We got married because we were in love and we loved our relationship. I stick with God because of the relationship I built with God. I know that God tells the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I know how powerful God is. I've seen it. It may not feel good in the moment of what I'm dealing with. It may not feel good in the moment of what I'm going through. But I know, because who God has been to me, who God is. So, was I happy that my mom passed away? Of course not. I'm still not happy to this day, and I still don't understand. Does that make God any less God? No.
Mm.
Because there's plenty of times where I don't know, when those bullets were flying at me when I was in high school, what makes God any less God when he made sure them bullets was missing me
Mm. Yeah.
than when my mom passed away? So God is less powerful because my mom passed away than when those bullets was missing me?
Right.
That nothing changes. People get so caught up in, I want things to go how I want them to go. We don't there are some things, and let me tell y'all this. People, please don't try and be God. Don't make things up. There are going to be things in this world that we can't explain. We don't know. We're not God. Stop trying to figure it out.
Mm.
What you know is the truth, and the truth is in that book. What you know is to continue to trust and believe in God, that his plan is perfect. That regardless of what you deal with, you can lean on him. You can go to God. He is your strength. He will always be your strength. Your salvation is proof enough. Stop trying to figure these things out. I've given up on trying to figure out why my mom passed away. I have no idea. But there's some things in this world we can't explain. Only God knows, because he's God. None of us are. But what I do know is who God has been to me. and how powerful God is and what God has called me to, and when I take my last breath, where I want to be.
Amen.
And that is for eternity with Him. And that is why, regardless of what I deal with, I will never lose my faith in God. I will never turn my back on God, because that's what the enemy is after. The enemy is after my faith.
Yep.
And I refuse to let the enemy win. Refuse, because once you finally call Satan on his nonsense and you realize like what Satan is doing and where it's leading you, you gonna be upset with yourself for listening to it. Like when you listen, you're like, why would I
Amen.
even listen? What in the world? But that's why we're flesh and blood.
Mm-hmm.
We're flesh and blood. And that's why God puts everything we need to know in that book. But you study that book, spend time with God, build the relationship. The stronger the relationship, when these times come, you'll be able to say the truth that's coming out of that book. You'll be able to recite it and say it loud as those lies that Satan is screaming in your ear. You're able to say, that's not real because God said this.
Mm-hmm.
You saying this, but no, that ain't what Ephesians say. You said this, but that's not what Jeremiah say. You said this, but nah, Romans 12:1 say this.
Mm-hmm.
No. James 1:2 says this. That ain't what. No. That's why you got to be a relationship.
Amen.
That's why I believe in relationship and faith and not religion. Because religion is routine. You build that relationship, you'll be able to deal with what Satan has. Because you'll understand how is it that this over here can't do anything without the permission of, he has no power. That's where all the power comes from. So why am I even giving him any type of power? He has none.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I look at it.
If this conversation blessed you today, please hit the like button and subscribe. It genuinely helps YouTube push this message to more people who need to hear it. If you're listening on audio, a 5-star review is a huge help. Share this episode with a friend or family member who needs encouragement and let me know your thoughts in the comments. God bless, and I'll see you in the next one.